Okay, so this was the session. Let me line this up. You guys can see that. Bring this over and bring this over here. So I don't know if you can see this or not. I don't know if my zoom button works still. But I think you can. Up. Net win for the session was 2687, 3.7 big blinds per 100. The session was 2 hours and 7 minutes, which I think is a pretty good cast session. Average all-in equity, all-in adjustment there. Total of 362 hands. VPIP 22.4. Pre-flop raise 17.9% and 3-bet percentage 7.5. I'm trying to increase this. I have a little bit, not much, by about. Usually I'm around 6%, so I'd like to see that go higher. Let's see if we can go to reports, hands, or can we go hands? See if we can do this by. Let's look at some of the hands, the big hands I lost, which let's do net one. All right, so here's a big hand that I lost. And hopefully you can see that. Let me see if I can make this bigger. Can you guys see that all right? All right, so I had ace king. 9-10. I raise it up. He calls, and get the ace. The guy had a gutter, so I decide to check, which was stupid because it allowed him to get a free card. Oh, he bet. He bet with a gut shot. Interesting. Rod dodger. So I 3-bet him now to 19. I was in check raise, so I thought I was good, and he called with a freaking gut shot. He calls, okay, and then the 8 gets there, and so he gets there on the turn, and this is where, all right, so this is where I think I went wrong here. I continue to barrel the turn, and here he raises me to 102. And this is where I made a mistake. This is where I should have folded, and I didn't. I called, which is dumb. I should have jammed or folded right there. And then, of course, on the river, I check, and he bets 127, and I call, or puts me all in, and I call. So that was my biggest mistake of the session. Badly played hand. When he raised me on the turn, I should have just folded then. And that's some of the things I'm trying to eliminate in my game. So he raised me on the turn, I should have been like, I'm out of here. And I didn't. For some reason, I have a problem letting things go when I'm in a hand, especially when I have top pair. So I need to adjust there and get myself to be able to fold top pair when shit like this happens, and that's something that constantly I do. All right, let's see. There's another big hand I lost, so let's see the $49 one here. Let's see what happened here. Raises. I raise him to 24, which I might need to reduce the sizing a little bit. But I want to find out where I'm at with king queen, and a call. We get another caller back here, okay. And so two callers on this raise. This is crazy. And so now, let's see what happens now. He checks. I decide to do a c-bet on this, and he folds, and he calls. There's a 9, and so he's calling me with 5s with this board, putting me on a bigger 2 cards, ace king, things like that. And here's where I make the mistake. I give up here. I guess it's a mistake, but I shouldn't, I don't think I should have given up here. I think with 9-10, king, queen, I have a gut shot. I don't know if I should have barreled this or not, but I didn't. I just decided to check. I think I checked, right? Yeah, I checked. And then of course the diamond gets there. So on the river, what did I do? I can't remember. I think I tried to bluff on this one. So I bluffed $53 here, making it look like a value bet. And he calls. Now, I don't think this was a good call on his part. I think this was stupid for him to call on this part. But if he did have me on ace king, probably put me on ace king, and that's what he thought. But with the diamonds out there, he did have one diamond. Maybe that's why he called. I don't know if this was a good call for him, but I personally don't think it was. So, all right. He calls and I lose that hand. So those are the two big hands that I lost. All right. Let's go over another one here. King Jack folds to me. I open, called by the small blind and the big blind, and I get the jack. Okay, check, check. I see bet, fold, and he raises me. So I call, another 5 comes. So I don't think I ever saw his hand. I think I folded, but man, I'd like to know what he had there, what he's doing that. So I'm thinking pocket 4s. He had to have a set there, pocket 4s. I don't think he would add pocket 5s. It's most likely he had pocket 4s. I mean, I guess he could have been on a flush draw. So he bets, I call, and the spades get there. I have a spade, and then he bets 100. So his flush draw got there, but I have the king of spades. So I think I made the right decision. I'm trying to fold more on the rivers because that's where one of my biggest leaks was. Again, this is one of them things. I got top pair, man, and I have a hard time letting it go. And I think I let it go this time. I did. I let it go. So it was good. I mean, you know, full houses get there, flushes get there, you know. So I think that was a good one. I mean, I played it well. It's decent. I didn't get crazy on my one pair hand. Let me see here. Let's go to the next one. We'll do like a couple more of the wins and then we'll look at my losses. So I got pocket 8s, and you can see what I ran into. I raise, he 3-bets me, I call, and I don't know why I went any further in this hand, but I did. Check. Oh, he checked. Oh, that's why. When he checked, this fucked me up. I was just like, oh shit, he checked. He's probably got queens or something, and I might be able to get him off of it. And then so I decide to lead out, small bet, a 1/3 pot, and he just calls here. He played this really well. Like, that really fucked with my head. I thought I had it, and then I check, and he bets really small, nice little value bet, and I called, and of course I lost. Nice value. This was played, I think he played it really well. So okay, we'll do one or two more here. I lost $20 in this hand. Ace queen, 6. He opens for 6, and he calls, and I raised to 40. And again, I got to maybe work on this. Is too much. And I get an actual call here. It's just insane. And this is the flop. Horrible freaking flop. So I check, and I check it back. I'm not going to bet on a board like that. All the sets get there. He has all the sets. He could be calling with 7s, 8s, even 9s. You know, he's open-ended. And then, so he bets 18. So I'd say I think I just folded here. I let it go. That's good. All right. I think I played, you know, I think that was a well-played hand, even though I lost some money there. But, and then let's see. So overall, I think I had a pretty decent session. There's that one hand for 120. Now, if I hadn't played lost that one hand for 120, I would have been up 140 for the session. So I raise here from under the gun with 10-9 suited. I get 3-bet. I call. All right, flop there. I've got, you know, the 10, but so I check. He bets, and I call, and then he bet. I check, and he bets again. So I just decided to fold this one. So yeah, okay. I think my biggest mistake in this session was right here. So if I can eliminate these types of mistakes here, where I can't let go of top pair, top kicker, this is where I can close some of my leaks and actually make more positive sessions, which is important. Okay, so let's look at some of the big hands that I won here. See if we can get that to come up. So my biggest hand was $114, kings. So this is explanatory. Okay, so this is a 4-bet. So we open raise, an open to 575, a 3-bet to 17. I come in 80. I don't know, too big. I don't know. That's some of the things I'll go over with my coach. And he shoves all in, and right, we get it all in, and my kings hold. So that's good. Let's see if we get another one here. Okay, ace 5 suited. Let's see, I'm on the cutoff. I open raise. I get 3-bet 15, which this just seems like really horrible 3-bet here. Maybe if it was suited, but this definitely is not a good bet from small blind. So I just call, and I flop the nut flush. So okay, so that's an easy hand. I mean, and he bets into me, so I just call. I think I played this one really well. I call. Then he bets into me again. I call, and then he checks. So I think that I go for value here. $48, maybe that was too much, but I think he did call me. Let me see. Yeah, he did call. Okay, so maybe that wasn't too much. Okay, so I think I played this hand really well. So I won that hand. It was a nice hand. Okay, $45. So this one here, I'm on the big blind. There's an under the gun open, and I call, and I flop the straight. So okay, hands are easy. Poker's easy when you do get that kind of stuff happening. So let's see how I played this here. I checked. He leads out for, wow, 3/4 pot there. Oh wow, and he calls. Holy shit. Okay, I go 70. Maybe I should have just called here. I don't know why I raised this up. I think I should have just called. I guess because king queen, if an ace comes out, if somebody has king queen, or there's a spades. Okay, I can see why I did this, because the flush draws are there, the straight draws are there, and you know, not where I'm at 8-9, but if somebody had king queen right there, king queen of spades, and an ace came out, you know, I'm shit out of luck. So maybe this was the right play, and get a fold there, and we get a call here. Wow. Another jack comes out, which, you know, yeah, that scares me, because jack 10 just got there. Let's see what happened. Okay, so I just go ahead and shove, you know, full pot bet, and he folds. So maybe I could have got more value here, because he did call here. Maybe I could have checked it back or something. I don't know. But either way, I won that one. So let's look at another one, 38.50. So this one here, ace king. I open from the button. I get 3-bet. So I 4-bet to 60. And so it was a pretty good session tonight. I mean, my ace kings were hitting the board, which is good. There's been some nights where ace king won't hit at all. So ace king, and then let's see, there's a check. So I bet 40, 1/3 pot, or about 1/3 pot there. And he folds. So okay, we'll do, let's see, one more here. There's not too many more. Here's the $13 one. Okay, queens. So I raise and I get to 25, and then I just 4-bet him or 5-bet him. Let's see, it's 4-bet, and he folds. All right, so overall a really good session. You know, that one bad hand, I could have had a session. I would have been up 140, which would have been better, 150, then better than the $30 that was up with 362 hands. Now there's something else I can do here. Let me see here. I gotta close. Oops, hold on. Let me go to import. How do I get there? This was on last night's session. Oh, import. Okay, so let me see here. Give me a second here. I gotta close out Hold'em Manager, and then I should be able to import. 1 second. I'll import my hands from, what is today, the 13th? Yeah, today's the 13th, right? Oh no, the 14th. Oh, it hasn't shown up yet. Oh, I gotta close out something here before it'll work. I wanted to show you guys this, so we'll exit that. And there's the 14th. Okay. All right. So let's see here. 1246. All right. We're going to open this and we're going to import these hands. This is Poker Snowy. It's kind of interesting to take a look at this as well. It'll give me, you know, it's like a GTO program, which is kind of cool. So this hand, so it's importing right now. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. Oh, okay, it's done. I think it's done. Only 126 hands. Okay, hold on. Why is there only 100? Okay, let me do import files again. Let's see here. No, huh? And we only have 126 hands. Oh, okay, maybe it just took the hands that... All right, so let's look at this. 126 hands. Oops. Close that. Cancel. Let's look at what we got here. And we'll view analysis that Poker Snowy does. And there's a link below to Poker Snowy. You can get that. So I played at advanced level. I had one blunder, and it says negative profit. I don't know if it picked up all of my hands or not. You can look at profit and loss here because I was up for the session. So I don't think it had the full, all of the hands. That would have been, yeah, it seems right, the 14th, but maybe I started playing on the 13th, so there might be some hands left there. But anyway, we'll just look at these. It's just kind of neat. In the error details, it shows my flop error rate here. So EV loss of $25. So, and then pre-flop balance. So let's just go like overview, and I can go to, first of all, my blunders. Let's see what the blunder was. I have one blunder. Okay, what are they saying I do? Okay, can you guys see that okay? Let me see here. Bring that down here. All right, so on this hand, I bet 40 here on the flop. And you're saying I should have checked here. It would have been better to check in this with this hand in position. Interesting. That's what Poker Snowy is saying should have done. All right, that was the only blunder I made, which is pretty insane. Now let's see. Yeah, so I don't know. Normally I got errors here. Oh, errors. Let's see what I did for errors. So, sometimes these pre-flop opening ranges, if it does the opening ranges, okay, I like to see it in this type of thing here. So here I should have folded. It was wrong for me to fold here with the fives in this position. So I shouldn't have folded here. I should have called. So, okay, let's see. I have 26 errors here. We'll just skim through these. If it's a pre-flop open range, I don't normally worry about that. So ace jack suited, I raised here and it's saying I should have just called. So yeah, a bit too aggressive. Should have just called here. So it's saying I should have just called. All right, so let's look. So I'm on the big blind, and I raised the under the gun raise up. Here I did a squeeze, and it's saying I should have just called here. Okay, let's look at this one. Let's see. Here, a little bit too loose. You should have folded. I don't necessarily always agree with the pre-flop advice of Poker Snowy, but let's see. I'm here, king, queen, and pocket fives, saying I raised to 24. I should have just folded my king, queen here. Wow, interesting. Okay, don't know if I agree with that. And then in the hand, I bet 20, and so they're saying that betting 20 was incorrect because he checked. So why not? Yeah, so I should have just checked back on this hand instead of, so he checked and then I bet 20, and he's saying I should have checked back here. All right, so let's go to the next one. Okay, we saw this one already. That was in the plunder. It was an error as well. I should have, he's saying I should have checked here rather than bet with ace king. No idea why. I guess mixing it up. I don't know. 10-9 suited. They're saying a bit too loose to open 10-9 suited from under the gun. 6-player one. Okay. Sometimes I don't agree with the pre-flop advice of Poker Snowy, but it's always good to take a look here. This one, oh, I should have raised here. Oh, that's interesting with the 10s. When I checked, and I should have raised here. Okay. All right. Interesting. Okay. Here a little bit too tight. You can call down to 6-2 suited, but bluff raising is also good. And I folded here. And he's saying I should have called or raised. 80% call, 20% raise. Again, there's a link to Poker Snowy if you're interested down below my stream. Okay, so here I folded. I didn't open here. This might have been when I was just setting up the session. I was just not paying attention, and okay, let's move on. Okay, jacks. Oh no, I have king, queen, 9 off. Player in mid position limped and represents a fairly strong hand. Therefore, even though you are sitting on the button, you should play quite tight and fold this hand. So it's saying that I shouldn't have even called here when they limped. That if somebody limps, I should just fold this type of hand. Okay, it makes sense. Makes sense. Okay. Jacks, again, this is the same hand. I bet 2, and I said I should have just checked it back. Okay. And then on the river, I shouldn't have called on the river. That's obvious. Okay. All right. It's good. A few more here. So we kind of hit these already. A bit too aggressive. You should have just called. Okay, I don't necessarily agree with just calling here, Poker Snowy, because you're out of position. So I don't necessarily agree with that. All right, so we'll move on. Here, saying I should have just folded, and what I do, I played fold. This move is wrong. Oh, I should have called here. Called or raised with ace 3 off. Okay. All right, fair enough. Let's see, king 8 of diamonds here. I raised to 6. Where am I here? Okay, so this is the button. Small blind, big blind. Oh, there was a limp. All right, so I just decided to raise. So a bit too loose. You should have just folded. All right, so it doesn't like playing when somebody's limping because it. So soon, I guess that kind of limp means strength in some way, but she's really weird. This player just is very loose and very fishy. And that's one thing that Poker Snowy can't take into account is that it can't do stuff like that. So I mean, it can't think like that. So All right, this one, I bet 475 here. And it's saying I should just check back, and that makes sense. I can see that. Here, queen 10 off. What did I do? I raised to 30. Why did I queen 10 off? I raised to 30. A bit too aggressive. I should have just called. Oh, I don't know why I raised it to 30. That just seems totally weird. I raised to 30 here. I think maybe I had queen 10 suited. I don't know why or what happened there. That's weird. I don't even remember that hand. I'll have to go look at that. Very strange. Okay, no evaluation available there. Oh, okay. Shoot. Went to the errors. Oh, okay. I guess it's, I don't know, something's messed up here. I messed it up. All right, well, that's going to be it tonight. I want to appreciate everybody who tuned in. Ben, it was nice to have you here. We had Spraggy come into the stream, which was interesting. I didn't say anything, just kind of lurked in. I probably shouldn't have said, "Hey, Spraggy's here," because I could see him in the chat, and I probably shouldn't have said anything. But maybe he didn't follow us or anything. But I think he was just checking out because it looked weird, probably when he was just scrolling through the poker, browsing the poker section, and it stood out, which it does. It's kind of, my stream does stand out compared to other people's. All right, well, I want to thank all of you for tuning in, and I don't know, is D-Lee Poker still streaming? Maybe we'll ship it over to him, see if I can do a raid. I think it's D-Lee Poker. Let me make sure. You guys just hold tight here. I can get this set up here. Let's make sure it's D-Lee Poker. I got it right. D-Lee Poker, I think, is right. Yeah. Is he still streaming? Oh, no, he's already offline. So we won't do that. We'll just end the stream. And so we'll end the stream, and we'll go from there. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Let me just close this here. Thank everybody for tuning in. Have a good night. Peace out. Stay calm and poker on.